Salutations to you out there. You are welcome back. We have another question to solve today. And the question we are going to solve today is right here on the board. We are given x is equal to 9 plus 4 root 5. And we are now told to find root x plus 1 all over root x. As you can see, this is a question on the sword. So let's do justice to the question. That means we are going to have, from here now, we are going to have solution. We are asked to find our x is equal to 9 plus 4 root 5. And we are looking for root x. That means our root x now will now be 9 plus 4 root 5. Everything to having a root sign. And you know, whenever you are solving a question on sword, we need to simplify the term. Like this 9 now, we are going to simplify it in such a way that we are going to have a perfect square and a non-perfect square. As in, we are going to look for two numbers that will be added together to give us this 9. And one of the two numbers must be a perfect square. That means we can have, here now I can have my 9 to be 4 plus 5. Then plus 4 root 5, that is already there. So from here, I can rearrange. If I should rearrange this now, I am going to have 4 plus 4 root 5 plus 5. But you know that 4 is 2 raised to power 2. And if I have to simplify this 5 too, in terms of square, I am going to have my 5 to be equal to root 5 square. This is what I am saying. That means I am going to have 2 square plus 4 root 5, then plus root 5 square. We can actually relate what we have here to x plus b to a plus b, everything raised to power 2. If we should simplify this, we are going to have a plus b square. This will be equivalent to a plus b into a plus b, and we are going to have a square plus ab plus ab plus b square. Then these two can be added together. We are left with a square plus 2ab plus b square. That means here now, if I simplify this, and we have what is over there, that is a square plus 2ab then plus b square. We can actually relate the two together. We can compare them together. If you compare them together, you will observe that our a will be equal to these two, and our b will be equal to root 5. So comparing the two together, we are going to have a now will be equal to 2, and b will be equal to root 5. We have that. Where do we go from there? What we are now saying in essence that is that our root x will be equal to a plus b square. And when you have an equation such as what is here, you will observe that this square will cancel the root sign. That means our root x now will now be equal to a plus b. Then substituting the values of a and b into this equation, now we have our root x now will now be equal to 2 plus root 5. That is the value of root x. So we now need to get the value of 1 all over root x. 1 all over root x now can now be written as 1 all over 2 plus root 5. And you know, whenever you want to simplify something of this nature, a fraction, in short, we need to rationalize this particular term. How do we rationalize? We first need to get the conjugate of the denominator. After getting the conjugate of the denominator, then we can now multiply both numerator and denominator by the conjugate of that denominator. And what is the conjugate of this particular denominator? The conjugate only means that you change the sign at the center. That means this plus will turn to minus. So the conjugate now will now be 2 minus root 5. Then we can now multiply both numerator and denominator. That means that we have something like this. Times 2 minus root 5 all over 2 minus root 5. So if we multiply out now, we are going to have, for the numerator, we have 2 minus root 5. Then for the denominator, we have 2 times this will give us 4. 2 times this will give us minus 2 root 5. Then this time this will give us plus 2 root 5. Then this will now give us minus root 5 squared, which is 5. So these two will go, and we are left with 2 minus root 5 all over 4 minus 5, which is equivalent to 1. And by dividing this now, we are going to have root 5 minus 2. That is the value of our 1 all over root x. Then we can now bring the two of them together. The question now is that we should find root x plus 1 all over root x. Let's substitute the value. Our root x is 2 plus root 5. So we have 2 plus root 5. Then we have plus, I can put this in bracket, even though the bracket does not actually mean anything because of this plus sign. If it is minus sign, then the bracket would mean a lot of things. But because we have plus here, the bracket is actually useless because we are still going to get the same term back. So we have root 5 minus 2. So simplifying this now, we are going to have 2 plus root 5 plus root 5 minus 2. Bringing them together, we have 2 minus 2 plus, when you had root 5 plus root 5, that will surely give us 2 root 5. And 2 minus 2 will give us 0, so we are left with 2 root 5. So I can now say root x plus 1 all over root x is now equal to 2 root 5. We are going to stop here for now. I will take it up from here next time. Thank you for watching. God bless you.